Okay. Let's try that again. It's Monday evening. It's time I'd usually be in Pottery Studio. Instead, I'm streaming typography. I've restarted my computer. It believes I own a Cintiq again. All of these settings are there. I hope that it continues to work. I've left the setting windows open just out of general paranoia. Like if I leave the settings window open in the other screen, it'll just believe me for longer. So here's hoping. Still don't know what the problem is, but it appears to be a driver error. I also don't know why there's lag and issues when I've got OBS going. Probably a computer memory issue. I don't know. I don't know. Just gonna carefully draw the word angry, and that will help. Anyway, problem seems to be resolved. Sorry for the false start again. This seems to be a Monday thing. Or just a general use the Cintiq thing. Hopefully it will not continue. Next time I will check my drivers before I start streaming. Anyway, I hope everyone's doing okay. I hope that that you're sort of generally well and safe and staying mostly sane. I'm coping with typography, apparently. That seems to be my new go-to. I haven't quite chosen how we're gonna finish this one, but I think probably monk's hood or foxgloves. It's a little on the nose, but you know, that's fine. Largely, it's because they're tall, and because the letters break the top of the loop this time, I want the flowers to also break the top of the loop. So, like, you'll see this bit, and then the flowers will come up here, and then you'll see, like, this bit. So, there's also a visual plan involved. So that's the thought process anyway. Hoping that I can pull it off without having to rethink the whole design. As with all things that are the second of a thing that was never going to be a series, I have overthought this significantly more than I did the first one. That's just the nature of filling in a series. Because the first one is just an idea. The second one, you're reaching for more of an idea. Trying to sort of fit a brief. Oops, that you didn't really come up with in the first place. Kind of filling in after the fact. Still doing that thing. Why? Why have you started to hate streaming, Cintiq? You liked it before. We were such a good team, you and me. Streaming art, everything working fine. You listened to the keyboard. There was no lag on your pen strokes. I just don't know what happened. Of course it's the laptop. That's what's controlling everything. But also, the driver keeps becoming corrupted, and I don't know why. So that's another special side adventure. Okay. I don't remember what's on what layer anymore. Okay, that's the layer we don't want to collapse. Everything else can become one layer. Because I want this to come closer. Fixing my kerning. There we go. Does that feel a little bit farther? Yep. Oops. There. Anyway, I don't know what's going on, but we're going to carry on anyway. I hope Monday night and the weather is treating you all well. Here it is cold and raining. I'm not a fan. It's April. It's not supposed to be cold and raining anymore. We've had our cold and rain. It's meant to be over. It's supposed to be springtime now. I want to go outside on my deck and sit in the sun. Going outside on your deck and sitting in the rain is not as much fun, it turns out. It's a little cold. Kind of uncomfortable. Not great for your mood. Although I did go out to check on my baby tomatoes. And my little tiny baby rose bush. And they are fine. Yeah, in other places, I suppose that is April's general idea, is that it's just kind of odd weather. Here in California, we have a dry season and a rainy season, and this is meant to be the start of the dry season. But apparently not this time. This time it's going to be 50 and raining. On the other hand, it can be 70 and sunny in November, so, you know, I guess just go with it. Just deal with what the weather hands you. It's it's not great for my mood, but then again, I am carefully rendering the word anger. So, maybe there was no hope for my mood. Maybe sunshine would not have helped. Who knows? I'm looking forward to the nice flower part of the word, though. To filling in the nice floral details. It should be another attractive backdrop for a sort of less attractive word. Also, it has the benefit of having many of the same letters as anxiety, so it was less work to start. Although it's also a little bit less decorative a word because it doesn't have the nice X cross section to give it that diagonal. It's a little bit more solid and steadfast a word, which I guess makes sense. Hello, Tenchi 3. Welcome to Monday evening. Monday evening art time. You missed the exciting beginning where I had to restart my computer. Which, probably worth missing. Not the most fun. But it's resolved now for the most part, hopefully. We can get on with our anger. Such good feelings typography jokes. Our carefully rendered anger. That's fair. Fun is a subjective idea. I guess it's possible that a glimpse into the trials and frustrations of trying to make live streaming work is fun. I would mind less if they weren't new trials and frustrations. I was used to the original ones. I was used to the weirdness of my microphone not recognizing itself until I turned on my Bluetooth headset. Like I was used to the specific weirdness that I already had. I don't like this new weirdness. It just adds prep time. But at least it's a solvable weirdness. And that's good. As long as there's a solution, it's fine, and we will carry on. I admit I'm not feeling super entertaining today, so I apologize if I just kind of go quiet. It's I'm not getting better at self-isolating is what I'm saying. I'm not getting more cheerful as this progresses. For some reason. But I will attempt my best to keep conversation going. Thank you, Otenchi3. I'm glad that you enjoyed just watching the art. I hope that that is helping. That the process of making is interesting enough by itself. except for when you ask for things that can be sidelined by Quill. That's fair. I like the interactive, like, participatory sort of stuff, but that was all on the wrong layer. Well, no, this bit. There we go. But yeah, I like the participation stuff, but not always prepared to be the ringmaster of it. Some days I have an enthusiastic plan, and some days I don't. Gee, you need to be more symmetrical. That's your problem. There we go. That's a little bit better. I wish I could figure out a good way to stream music that I would want to listen to. It's very sort of aggressive video game, rock and roll heavy kind of streaming services for Twitch. And I'm really more of a Gregorian chant kind of person. But I would feel better about the silence if at least we were all listening to music or something. Just, maybe some classical music or some nice choral works. That kind of thing. Okay. Start singing some. I'm not. Hello, Figment's maid. I'm not amazing as a singer. It turns out. I sort of enjoy singing, but I'm not great at pitch. It's not my strong suit. Intentionally make it bad. Yeah, that's what I want recorded of myself forever on the internet. Loud, bad singing. That's the thing to upload to YouTube forever. Woman sings toss a coin to your witcher badly while drawing the word anger. It's true, I can edit YouTube videos. I could sing badly for just you guys and then edit it out later. Not only can you edit YouTube videos, I'm a professional animator. I have so much editing software. I can add special effects. I can properly edit video. I don't. I don't at all, but I could. I choose not to, but I could. There we go. That feels nicer. Just take out the audio for that part. Just silence. Just silence for just that bit. What? Aha. Aha. I see the problem. There we go. Got lost. Yeah. We'll just never know. It's just lost to the ages. Who knows what audio was there? I feel like you guys got me to sing once. But I feel like that was a one-off. Hello, Hannah. Danger? In all caps? Oh, no. It just says anger. I like it. Although yeah, it was so close. So close. I put that anger in danger. I like it. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, no, this is more today is more typography therapy. Just putting my feelings into words. Ha 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 ha. Sorry. But literally that's what I'm doing. Oh yeah, I could be making emoji for you guys right now. Gotta do that at this point. That's right. Yeah, I just what can I say? My anxiety sort of drifted towards anger. at some point, and I felt that I needed to work some things out. Oh yeah, Twitch has this thing where if you do two-factor authentication. Oh my god, why do I keep wanting to say it? Authentication. Authentication. Oh, 1023. No, I'm not the kind of person that can angry break things for a couple of reasons. One, I really don't like loud noises. Um, but two, like the part of my like the part of my brain that says don't do that, you'll break it, is like way stronger than the angry part of my brain. The part of my brain that's like, be careful, you're gonna drop that little warning. The voice is like, don't, no, that's gonna go poorly. That voice is louder than like Hulk smash. I'm not a slammer of doors or a breaker of things. Um, and anything that I've made that's gotten past the point where past the initial point. So like I'll delete sketches aggressively or squish something I've started to sculpt all the time. But if it gets past that point, it's safe forever. Put too much time into it. Oh yeah, that's Hannah. Hannah's dice habit is growing stronger every day of self isolation. I don't know if that question is for me or Hannah, but Hannah. Okay, I was gonna say I do not follow. I tangentially follow Shannon McGuire on Twitter. Um, oh, look at that! You guys can be dice addiction buddies. She also has. It's true. She also has an axolotl. It's aha. That's what happened. That line is in the wrong on the wrong layer. Belong on this layer. How did oh curses. Foiled. Okay. No, don't go all the way over there. Aha. No. Stay on your layer. Still too big. Sorry, I'm fundamentally failing to properly draw up a selection box. I don't know. I have no excuses. There we go. Solved. Yes, good. Dangly bit. Okay. Now let's this is the hard bit of the thing, is making this swoop, like stop it. Stop it. Making the swoop proper. Like making it work, making it feel like a nice, clean, even line. Because I want it to come down enough that it's like clearly a G. I don't want it any visual confusion about the word, because you know my feelings on readability. We've had that rant before. My very firm typography feelings. It's your anger. Yeah, it's my anger. I can express it how I want. Just, you know, I want a nice swoop. Actually, it's the, let's see. It's okay. It's not, it's this bit that feels a little bit off. Like it needs to come in more, maybe. Maybe there. Yep. Yep. That's better. I have to even it out, but it needs to come up a little bit there. A more even swoop. So yeah, we're gonna get to the flowers soon, I promise. I feel like that'll be a little bit more exciting to watch. Although I don't know, maybe me refining the curve of a line by hand is fine. Eh. Eh. Hmm. Maybe in more. Yeah, I don't. Yep, in more. In more, in more. Swoopy curves are hard. You want them to look even and natural. But you also need them to cross letters at a certain place and have a certain balance. Not create tangents. You know, that kind of thing. Yeah, I don't know. I think that this is Mondays are just, I think, gonna be me working on whatever I've got going at the moment. That feels like sort of the most, it's kind of Studio Monday instead of Studio Saturday. Feels like the most appropriate use of the the what was once pottery studio time is to work on projects I already had going on. As you can tell, I had started anger at some point yesterday. Well, I mean, at some point before stream. You didn't know it was yesterday until just now, but look, I was very angry yesterday. So I started working on something to express myself. You know, as you do. Yeah, swoopy curves are meant to look organic, but they're not actually organic. Okay. Still looks a little bit awkward to me. If I go closer to the A, it's going to look even more awkward. It's time for cheating. Digital cheating. There we go. That's, I mean, it needs touching up, but and that actually solves another issue, I think. Maybe. Which is, do I want these to, that's actually also, I think, probably nicer. There we go. That has a nice shape to it. Hello, Cascadia Studio. Yep, anger. That's where we are today. There's no cheating in art. That's true. I say it's cheating. It's the magic of the magic of computers. Previously, I would have had to cut that out with an X-Acto knife and rearrange it. Computers are magic. Thanks for hosting, Cascadia Studio. Thanks. I don't know, so many good thanks for hosting my anger. Such good word emotion jokes. So many word emotion jokes. We've processed through anxiety and now we're at anger. Making a nice swoop. A nice angry curve. It's interesting that this is essentially the same font that I invented for anxiety, but because of the sort of letters involved in the word and the choices I made about the shape of them, it's still a little bit more of an aggressive visual type. Get some rest, Cascadia Studio. Take a nap. I mean, it's possible that I'm just like, go curl up in a nice warm bed because it's cold here. But yeah, take a nice nap. Go relax. You deserve it. We'll be here. We'll be here working out our anger. Okay. That feels about right. that now we have to figure out how to get this line weight for the G right here. Kind of want it to come be a do you want it to stay thick on this side and thin on this side, like the or do we split it down the middle so that it's thinner? Maybe we on the one hand, we kind of have a thick to thin swoop this way everywhere. So there's that. On the other hand, that kind of implies that it's a Q, and that's a little weird. So actually, I think we have to do it the other way. I think we have to go with a thick G line here. That's true. It's but yeah, I think that we need that it needs to start as more obviously a G. Although I think it may still need to be pretty thick on the base. And it gets thinner as it gets up this way, maybe. 2-part swoop. And then it kind of gets daintier that way. Probably not. We're pretty adept at picking letter shapes, and I think sort of it's like anxiety. It's gonna sort of be the outline and the hollow. It's basically the same kind of thing as anxiety. So I think that it's essentially line weight that's going to do it. I think that that's fine. I think as long as the thicker portion is going forward, and this is a thinner decorative kind of offshoot, then that clarifies. Like that keeps it a G visually. And this becomes just a decorative extension. As opposed to giving it too much visual weight turns it into a Q. But I think that this kind of helps keep it clear. It didn't have that before, but then I felt like having this contained in this empty was weird. So, oops. So there was a fair amount of design thought process included in the sketches and the pre-loop designs before we started doing this cleanup here. it turns out, where I kind of thought through the shapes. I have a bunch of, hang on, I think I've got, yeah, I've got a few layers of various swoosh plans that did not come to fruition. Hello, Get to Know Nature. No, Figment's made. I'm not a typography master. But I am dyslexic, so I think about letter shape a lot. Also, I'm really bad at G and Q specifically. Lowercase b and d and lowercase g and q. I mistype and misread frequently. So those particular letters I think about a lot when I try and create forms. Well, that feels a little bit weird and off, doesn't it? But why? Is it the line weight that's doing it? Is that what's doing it? I ask myself. Perhaps. I don't know. Maybe it's maybe it's the curve itself. Maybe. See, this feels weirdly straight, like it needs to come down more. Sort of like that. So that it's a like a nicer curve. Yep, I think that that's better. I think that we'll go with that. And then thinned out. Because this is the spindly decorative version. It's meant to be. It's meant to be the thin filament. Oops. That was not the eraser. And I don't know if this is going to have a little, I think this might be, I don't know if it's a sharper sweeper, or if it's going to have a little softer end. I don't know. I have not decided. That was not the eraser. It wasn't. I wanted to erase and instead I drew a line. And that's not ideal. It's the opposite of erasing. Oh, curvy lines. Laboring carefully over curvy lines. Okay, I feel like around here. Or maybe not. Maybe we bell out some still there. If we start there, come in, bell out again. Like a kind of calligraphy line going on. Maybe. Yeah, and then we can be all thin as we wind through the letters. So like really thin, more like the sweep of the curve in the anxiety one. In the sweep of the curve in anxiety. Where this kind of winds through. So let's see. Where does it overlap and where does it under? I feel like it needs to be under the R. Does that mean it's over the E? No, I think it's under the E as well. Maybe then it's over the R? It's clearer over the R. So if we do it like that, then we can sort of weave it through. But I kind of want it behind the A because the A is a little bit complicated. So over the whole N, yeah, maybe like that. So it's kind of threading through. Hello, Auntie Shepherd, welcome back. Nice antique works again. It's been quite the thing. Apparently now I have to check my drivers and restart my computer right before I stream every time. Well, so it has to weave based on where the most opportune places for non-tangential overlap are. Is the thing that we're dealing with. So because I didn't want it in front of the A, but it's fine if it's in front of the N. Then it can weave through the G. And then I want it behind the E because the E is kind of fiddly. But it has to be behind the A and the E, which means it has to deal with this appropriately. Otherwise, there's gonna be a jump somewhere, is what I'm saying. Because of the letters. Vega and Russ is a bit long. Could it just be unsettled? Wait, isn't anxiety just vague unrest? Can we just go back to anxiety? Now I have to figure out which of these goes on. Let's see, this goes behind. I think. Yeah. So wait. Feels like it should go behind, but then that's too behind. It's fine. Just screaming into the void. Okay. This feels like it needs some kind of conclusion. Little hook over like I did with the N before, maybe. Nope, does not work. Visually does not work. Okay. Scream. Just do scream. That's fine. You can do whatever you want. Once you have the line art. But when I'm in control, okay, wait, so it'd be over, under, over, under, over, under, over. See, because it can go over the A, but it's just not. Like it feels wrong and awkward. And the other option is that it's under the R and then over. But see, then over the E is just a hot mess. Like that doesn't work. Nope. Nope, my plan is still the best. My plan remains the best plan. I'm sticking with it. I'm standing by my choices. They remain the best choices. They're the correct visual choices. Your weaving discomfort cannot change my mind. I tried. I made an effort. Got me nowhere. I mean, I assumed you're adding animated sparkles anyway. Just at this point, I assume anything I make, you're gonna add animated sparkles to. There we go. Okay, for now it's good enough. I think that we need to fiddle with how this attaches a bit. because it's still feeling a little bit much. We want it to be a little tail, not like a full letter feature. There we go. That's a little bit better. Billowing smoke, yeah. There's I want a lightning one is what I think it needs, like a lightning flash. Oh, let's see. Oh, what? Talking about poisonous flowers with my mom earlier, and she mentioned one that she was looking at, and I can't remember what it was. I want to say Bergmansia, but that seems wrong. Dark cloud and animated lightning flash. Just, just obscure the whole thing. Yeah, but I don't think belladonna is aconite is pretty. Aconite is actually one of the ones I was considering. My initial thoughts were monk's hood or foxglove. Aconite, monk's hood, same plant. Aconite has a particularly fun shape. It's got that little kind of hooded shape. Although it's a little bit of a complicated flower. But then foxglove is a really good, like, upright sort of spike of flowers. And I like how it creates this sort of tower that turns into sort of the buds at the top. So those are the things I had been considering. Because they both kind of have a good upright and kind of, I mean, I guess I could do both. No one's stopping me. But yeah, I want kind of an upright flower because I want to break this curve. Hang on. Just okay, hang on. What's steam it? I don't know what that one. Steam it. I don't know that one. It does not give me a flower. It gives me a company called Steam It. Let's see if I add flower to my search. Ah, there it is. None of these are the same flowers. This is very confusing. This is oh, that's terrifying looking. Um, and also it did not come up in my search for steaming flower. In any of these images, I have poppies, I've got lilies, I've got a lily of the valley, I've got an orchid, I've got, yeah, it's not working. Anyway, it's super odd looking. Trying to get some foxglove images here from a reference. Let's see. Delphinium. I think Delphinium was the one that my mom mentioned. That makes sense. I knew it had that sort of sound to it. Of course, I could just think that because there's a delphinium on my porch. Is delphinium poisonous? And if so, what keeps eating mine? I ask you. And so I just the flowers in aconite and oh my god, I've just lost the whole word. Snapdragon. That's it. Then what's eating my delphinium? Probably, oh, humans and livestock. So probably squirrels or rats is what's eating my delphinium, and they're probably fine. So let's see. I'm gonna do some quick sketches to see what works. Oh no, it's whole leaves. It's like deer eating or eating it down, except it's on a deck, so it's definitely not deer. It's very weird. But yeah, it's. But that's it. Is it if it? I don't know. I don't know. Okay, so let's do a thing. Let's see if it's snapdragons. It's kind of it's this kind of shape, but then at the bottom they'll be sort of blocked by the curve. So it kind of would go like that. There's no way a groundhog is getting onto my raised deck with a 9-foot fence all the way around it. Just it's not happening. It's if it's a creature, it's a squirrel, a rat, or a raccoon. It's fair. Probably aren't getting enough of it to have issues. So So these are leaves. We got to have some. So this would be kind of the general idea of, oh, we need something here for sure. More leaves. More green. So this would be kind of the general idea of the verticals. Yeah, no, I don't have a yard. I have a deck. So if it's getting onto the deck and eating anything in pots, it's not coming up through the ground. Yes, of course you do. I don't understand why you ever ask me about making art as if I'm gonna like dissuade you. Like, of course you should go back to making linoleum prints. Obviously. You can make a series of poison ones. It'll be great. I mean, if it wasn't the gate latched, I would say a groundhog could figure it out. But there's a solidly latched gate. I think this one will just be buds here. And then some more leaves. Is this one too tall? Nah, it's fine. Answered my own question. You can sprinkle glitter. Oh, God. I would like to go on record right now on the internet live with a personal message to Ursula saying, I do not condone bringing glitter into your house. I'm not culpable for the glitter that occurs after this. I'd like you to know that I am firmly against glitter. This is not my fault. In no way did I condone the use of glitter. Thus closes my legal statement. Disclaimers. My glitter disclaimer. This channel does not condone the use of glitter. See? Glitter. Gets everywhere and never goes away. It's not to be trusted. It's not a safe material. I must protect myself legally from the ramifications of glitter, so. Now you've had your disclaimer. So this is the general kind of gist of it. Just gonna kind of do some tidying up to sort of because I kind of want it to overlap that line, but that line overlaps the letters. Given myself a problem. Maybe the line does not weave through the letters. The line may be entirely behind the letters in favor of the overlapping flower decoration. I may have painted myself into a corner. Because it's weird if the flowers are like bordered by the bottom but behind the line on top. I don't know. It doesn't have the same effect. So I'm kind of meh about Datura as a visual. It's okay. So, I mean, I like the kind of peaks and mountains shape of it. But let's. Monk's hood comes in spikes, but it doesn't have. Oops, that's not the right layer. But it doesn't have quite the same. Like it kind of. It doesn't have the foliage at the bottom. It's more of a single flower spike. I mean, I'm not really looking for the most poisonous plant here. And I used violets on anxiety for no reason at all. Besides that I like violet leaves. I mean, we could also do more than one kind of flower. There's plenty of different kinds of flowers to go around. So we could weave some aconite in with the snapdragon. Let's see if we can combine forces here. Oh yeah, because the other thing that the aconite has going for it is that it has like nice little bud branches that are like much more attractive than or like not more attractive exactly, but a different kind of shape that that will help separate the two. Create fill-in space. Have a good night, Otenshi 3. Okay. So we can have kind of a combination here. Get there. Move this. Where should we move this? Let's get that up in the air. Kind of want leaves here. Something there to cover up the base. Let's see. Something here. Kind of highlight the way it branches a little bit. And then it can kind of weave behind. A snapdragon here. Yes. And then some buds. And some sort of almost blooming ones. Coming out from behind here. And then this is more of a not quite blooming yet snapdragon. So it's kind of more snapdragon buds. Hello, Raiders. Hope that you hope you've come prepared for typography. The dangerous joys of typography and flowers. So so we're doing poisonous flowers and the word anger. It's just, you know, a little bit of therapeutic art. Trying to plan where the flowers go. It's you know, it's helping, sort of. Let's see. Snapdragon top. How do they look when they're mostly closed? Oh, they kind of have little closed mouths. That's kind of cute. actually. Okay. And that monk's hood is in front. Yes. And kind of the top. I feel like if I finish this at some point on stream, I'm going to need better reference images of snapdragons. It's kind of like that. Kind of like that. It's fine. We'll figure it out. Figure it out as we go. So Aconite and Snapdragon. This is a hot mess. I need to fix this section. It was fine when it was just Snapdragons, but now it needs some help. Space that out some. That's better. Give you some space here. And because this, are you in front of that? Are you? I'm trying to decide what goes in front. Snapdragon. The big Snapdragon goes in front because it's more attractive. There. It's peeking out from behind. But then this Snapdragon is now behind. And instead we'll have the Aconite here in front. Because that way and let's see, then leaves in front of that. There. Create a sense of depth and scale. And then maybe like a little baby sprout of one here. Has saved. Oh no, it hasn't. Thank you, chat. Thank you for reminding me to save. It's an important task. The most important task I have entrusted you with. Reminding me to save my work. Right. So the problem of the line. Okay. New plan. Where are we? New plan for this is that it's behind everything. So essentially it's going to be kind of gone. Kind of want it to peek through the flowers. Like it's hello computer. Thank you. Like it's not entirely behind, but like weaving through them a little bit. Then it's like I don't know, maybe in front of them, some behind others. I don't want it to disappear completely, but I also kind of need it to be behind the plants for any of this to make sense. Okay, so we'll have it behind this leaf, but like you can see it there, maybe. Okay, kind of like that. We've been interested with anything else? Yes, quail. Yeah, okay. So kind of having it be a background. I don't know how much this works in the reality of the act. Actually, in front of this one, but behind this one. Sure. Like that, kind of. Maybe weaving around like that. There we are. Try and not lose the line entirely. But hey, Auntie Shepherd, this fixes your weaving issue. Now it doesn't weave. Now it's just gone. Lost in the flowers. You don't have to worry about it not evenly weaving between the letters anymore. I've solved it in the least helpful way possible. But you know, still definitely solved. Yep, just gone this whole section. But then you can see it here, peeks out from behind this leaf. Then I guess it does not overlap the R because it can't. And then weaves through this one, shows up there. So yeah, like that. And this one is behind it. And that's the solution that we're going, that we're going with. Like that. What else did I need to erase? This behind here. I feel like when I did anxiety, the sketch of the flowers was a lot easier but also cleaner. This is gonna take some tidying before I dive into inking it. But I feel like that's kind of the plan. Like this is the sort of dark the dark garden look we're going with here. Is is working for me as a concept anyway. Not yet entirely as a sketch, but as a layout, more or less. More or less good. Okay. Need some more leaves. How do leaves look? It's like a big stalk. And the leaves kind of come up around it. Okay. Cool. Greenery down there. So, here's a general Twitch question for everyone. Is it just me? Because it no longer shows me a viewing number. It just hasn't. It hasn't for weeks now. It's just stopped. I don't know how many people are watching ever at any given time, and I don't know how to fix that. I don't know what caused it. I don't know I don't know what's going on with it. It just one day decided that that wasn't a thing it was going to do anymore. And that was the end. That's haven't seen that number since. Gone forever. Gone forever. No idea what happened. Oh, so cool. So you guys still see the number. Cool. That's super weird. Maybe it doesn't think I need to know. You think it'll just make it worse. Like, nah, just don't look. So weird. Oh, well, it's just, to be fair, I guess that sort of answers my question. Clarifies that it's just me. Neat. I wonder what's going on with that. I wonder, okay, I'm gonna do an experiment. It won't change anything for you guys. You won't know anything's happening. But, oh, now the number's back. I reloaded the screen and the number's back. Cool. Chat's empty again, which is sad. Because I reloaded the screen, all of your old comments are gone. So if I missed something, I apologize. But yeah, now there's a number again, so that's cool. I don't know. I don't know Twitch. I don't know. Don't know what you're up to. The image totally stalls for me too, like when it's on screen. So whatever. Yay! Thank you, Figment's Made, for putting words back in the chat. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what's going on there. But it's been every time. I think maybe it's just getting stuck on like when I open, because I open it before you guys get here, obviously. I get everything set up and open when I start streaming, and then I watch to make sure that I am live. But apparently it gets stuck at that point, never moves on. I don't know. I don't know what its problem is. Maybe it's just doesn't think I should be watching and streaming at the same time. Yeah, the whole system is not ideal. OBS not the most stable creature in the world either. It's all a little bit of a mess. But, we make do. We let it be weird. And for the most part, just ignore it. Ignore it and let it do what it wants. As long as everyone else can see what's happening, that's the important thing. Okay. It's sort of the biggest of the snapdragons here. More foliage. Figure out how to fill in the foliage down here at the bottom without making it look like too big a mess. I want it to kind of be filled in. Maybe some stems will help. Yes. Good, good. Yeah, I'm feeling pretty good about the general shape here. That's true. There probably are quite a lot of people using it these days. I feel like the raid did not stay. I feel like when I asked if they were prepared for typography, they weren't. They were not. Actually. Prepared to watch me slowly draw flowers for the next 20 minutes. But who knows? They could still be here quietly. Okay. I'm just gonna try and do like a general shape kind of thing here. Oops. Really? Really? There you go, computer. It still kind of needs to overlap some there. Which means I need less of that. There we go. And kind of there, that general shape. How far down do we want? Oh, we kind of gave it a base, didn't we? We gave it a stem, so till there. Okay. And then this one. Yeah, I'm trying to make the leaves interesting and failing. Maybe like that, maybe? That's a little bit more of a interesting shape anyway. Okay. And our background leaves, that's pretty much the idea. Foxglove and aconite. More green at the bottom, more floral at the top. You know what we need to be able to see? I think we need to be able to see our little line a little bit here. Just need a little glimpse of it. Between the G and the E. There we go. Just to keep this swoosh there and interesting and weaving through things. All right. So yeah, I like it. I like how it's kind of spiky and pointy on top, but like floral and sort of growing out of the base. It feels pretty good. Feel like I need to add a lot of careful sketch details of flowers, but I think before I do that, I'll tidy the whole thing up and make the whole thing on a larger piece of paper. But zoomed way out, you get kind of the nice full view of it. This bit of the swoop might need to what layer are we even on anymore? Might need to come out here. Come out a bit like that. We'll see. Right now it feels like it might be a little bit too contained. Now that there's foliage, might need to be kind of like that. Come out a bit more, squeeze it a little bit less. We'll play with it some and see. But yeah, this is where we are in the therapeutic typography adventure. Feeling like that's more or less where shelter in place is at the moment. It's the level of anger. We'll see what happens. We'll see if there's if more words happen. If more new therapeutic typography comes up, or if we finish anger and we just stay there for a while. But I think this is a good stopping point for today. I think we got to a point that feels pretty good. I'm liking the direction. Yeah, right. So someday at the end we'll be like, relief, happy, outdoors. Nice words. Nice, happy words. In the meantime, we'll just lovingly render anger, typography, and poisonous flowers. Beautiful anxiety, lovely anger. It's where we're gonna let it rest for a while. Thank you for joining me for Monday evening in the studio with anger. We're gonna head towards the wrap up here, so I can make some more tea, have some dinner, probably keep working on anger. We'll see. Thank you for joining me on Monday evening. I'll see you at the pottery table on Friday for Friday tea time from 3 to 6, where instead of anger, we'll be making something nice and friendly, like a bat or a quail pitcher or something like that. I'll have a pull up on Twitter. Have a good week, y'all. Stay safe. And I'll see you on Friday. Bye.